If you want to know how an angel would act if it lived amongst humans, watch this video. According to the Akashic Records, if an angel were to be living on Earth today, how would they act and how would they move through the world? What would be their way of life? Please give us a full breakdown.
According to the Akashic Records, when people imagine an angel walking the earth, they often picture something dramatic: radiant wings, supernatural power, constant miracles. But the records describe something quieter. If an angelic consciousness were living in a human body, most people would not recognize them immediately. They would appear human, yet their way of moving through life would carry a very different energetic signature. Let us open the archetype. Square one, the core nature of an angelic soul. In the Akashic field, angels are described as consciousness organized around service, harmony, and protection of life. If such a being were embodied on Earth, their inner orientation would naturally move toward protecting others, restoring balance, encouraging truth, bringing calm into chaos. They would feel deeply responsible for the well-being of the collective, not because they were forced to, but because it would be their natural state. How they would behave, rather than seeking attention or power, an angelic presence would usually appear humble and grounded. Their behavior might include listening deeply to people, speaking truth gently, helping others quietly, remaining calm in intense situations, avoiding unnecessary conflict. They would often bring peace simply by being present. People might say they feel safe or understood around them. Their way of life. An angelic consciousness would likely live a life centered on service and alignment rather than status. They might be drawn to roles such as healers, teachers, caregivers, counselors, protectors, community builders. Their daily life might appear ordinary, but their intention behind actions would be deeply compassionate. They would often prioritize meaning over recognition. 4, their relationship with power. One of the clearest markers would be how they handle power. Instead of domination, they would use influence to encourage growth, resolve conflict, protect vulnerable people, inspire hope. They would not need others to see them as special. Their satisfaction would come from helping life move toward balance. 5, how they move through conflict. An angelic archetype would not be naive about human darkness, but they would approach conflict with clarity rather than aggression. Their style might include de-escalating tension, encouraging understanding, standing firm when necessary, protecting without cruelty. They would value justice but not revenge. 6, their inner state inside. Such a person would likely carry a strong sense of connection to something larger than themselves. This may appear as deep intuition, quiet spiritual awareness, compassion even for difficult people, a sense of purpose beyond personal gain. They might spend time in reflection, prayer, meditation, or contemplation, not to escape the world, but to stay aligned while serving within it. 7, why they might go unrecognized. The Akashic perspective suggests that true service rarely seeks applause. An angelic presence might appear as the nurse who treats everyone with dignity, the teacher who sees potential in struggling students, the stranger who helps when no one else does, the friend who listens without judgment. Their influence would spread through small acts of goodness repeated over time. Final Akashic insight. If an angel were living on Earth today, they would likely not stand apart from humanity. Instead, they would walk among people quietly, expressing their nature through compassion, courage, integrity, service. Their power would not come from supernatural display, but from the way their presence uplifts the world around them. In many spiritual traditions, the deeper teaching is that the potential for this kind of consciousness exists within human beings themselves. The more a person embodies kindness, truth, and service, the closer they move to that archetype.
I think what I love most about what was shared is the fact that all of those qualities can be shown by us and reflected by us today. We don't have to necessarily have some type of supernatural awakening to be able to be kind, to be compassionate. And as it said, these are all available to humanity. So whether it's the teachings of Christ, the teachings of Buddha, or any other spiritual master, it is about us moving to a space where our heart can be open. And then our natural state will be